This is a video on solving word problems using systems of equations. In particular, sum and difference of numbers and kind of like a school fundraiser type of problem. So I'll do both of those types of problems. So the first thing we need to do is set up a system of equations. So in the first problem, it says there are two numbers and their sum is 13. So I'm going to call numbers x and y, and then if I add them together, I will get 13. And then if you look further to the right here, the difference of those two numbers is 3. So difference meaning subtraction. So if I subtract y from x, I will get 3. Now this particular type of system is one of the easiest to solve because if we add straight down, I'll do it a different color here. Let's go red. I'm going to add straight down. X plus x is 2x. And then the y plus a negative y will cancel. And I'm going to add the 13 and the 3 to get 16. And if I divide by 2, I have solved for x. X is equal to 8. Now once I have my x value, there's no proper technique. You don't have to use elimination to solve for y. You can take that x and you can plug it in. I would plug it into both equations. So we're going to have on the top 8 plus y equals 13. And if I subtract 8, I get y equals 5. In the bottom equation, if I plugged in my 8 minus y equals 3. If I subtract 8, I get y. Negative y equals negative 5. So therefore, y is equal to 5. So in both cases, I get y equals 5, which tells me my answer is going to be right. So I get 8 for x and 5 for y. Let's just go back and look at the original problem and say, oh, does it work? Is the sum of those two numbers 13? 8 plus 5 is 13. Is the difference 3? 8 minus 5 is 3. So I'm feeling pretty good about that one. Let's look at number 2 here. So the idea, again, we need to set up a system of equations. So Brenda and Castle are selling fruit at a school fundraiser. Customers can buy small boxes of tangerines and large boxes of tangerines. So right there, I'm going to have two variables. I'm going to have a variable for small boxes and a variable for large boxes. And then I'm going to have two separate equations. It looks like I'm going to have one for Brenda. And I'm going to have one for Castle. 8 small boxes of tangerines, 6 large, total of 272. So I'm going to write two equations. So really it's 2 times the cost of one small box, so 2 smalls plus 6 large, and 158. And then the other combination is 8 small and 6 large for 272. And you can see that this system is set up for elimination. If I subtract 8s minus, not 8s, 2s minus 8s is a negative 6s. 6 minus 6 will cancel, and I'm going to have 158 minus 72. Wow. 8 for 114, negative 114 divided by negative 6. And 114 divided by 6 looks to be about 19, or 19 is the s. Once I have one of my variables, I can plug it in into my equation. So 2 times 19 plus 6 times L will give me 158. 2 times 19 is 38. So on the left over here, solving for L. Subtract 38 from both sides. I get 6L equals 120. Divide by 6, and I get L equals 20. So right now I think a small box costs 19, a large box costs 20, and I want to confirm that that worked. So I'm going to use the other equation. I'm going to say 8 times the small plus 6 times the large, and I'm going to get 162 plus 162. Is it 162? I think it's 152. 80 and 72. 152 plus 120 is 272, and that is the amount that we needed to get. So we know that those numbers are correct.